Interesting. A lot of turmoil for both of these teams, uncertainty about the future, but one thing we know for sure is we're kicking this thing off on Overpass. Semi-finals line wait for the team that comes out on top of this best of three, and Astralis will be starting on the T side.
I'm excited. I feel like I don't get to watch Overpass as much these days. It's fallen out of popularity, but I still very much enjoy the map, and obviously there are some complications. It's huge. It's a huge map, and Sunpius, ooh, that's a nice early headshot onto Borup. Goes back for that secondary repeak, and he's got an opening kill, and now he's got information as well.
Yeah, well, Sunpius, when the moment is large, he steps up. He is overrun this time by Device, and Snappy coming up through the connector around the backside. P2K in hand, a lot of damage done, but no kill for Snappy. He goes down. Really should have sunk a kill there, but Nerds, are they going to be ready for Nerds? They do not see him. He gets into the cubby. Now Buzz walks right into his execution, and that's going to be Nerds taking him out of the round, and a 3v3 established.
Snappy's situation is exactly why I switched off the P2K. It's exactly why I went back. It was that exact scenario. Just
you
feels
feel like
awkward.
you do a lot of body shots,
a lot of damage, a lot of body shots,
headshot.
but you can't get a clean one on the head. And it's just awkward and uncomfortable. This is a little bit of a dicey situation. There's a minute for Astralis to work with, so they can slow this down very, very much. Hitting the pause button right now, BlameF looking towards the flank, but making sure that they're forcing ENCE to make a decision on the defensive side. You can see that kind of supportive element of Madden shifting between the A bomb site and the B bomb site, but now it's kind of resolved. Gonna stick around. One player at the truck, one player at the stairs. No utility for Astralis.
Speaking of stereo at the front of the toilets already, bomb in his possession. And creeping ever closer is Device towards this top site. Needs to get something done with that P2K, but not making it work. Not at all.
Should have kept the Glock.
Yeah, it absolutely should have kept the Glock. We'll see what Device can do with a P2000. You take it right back, Jason. Double kill from Device, and now down to the 1v1 up against Nerds. So much talent in this clutch. Astralis have Device looking for the right position. He's got the read. Nerds coming in, but the timing has eluded Device until this point. He goes for the peek. Nerds gets ever closer, jumping around the dice box, but Device so cool in these positions. It isn't going to matter. Nerds comes in, runs over the top of him, and ENCE will win this prolonged pistol.
Man, those were some beautiful shots from Device, but well done from Nerds. Getting aggressive behind the box once he's spotted and playing Device, changing the timing of his peek, not letting Device get comfortable with when the next fight's going to come. And that is a fantastic clutch from Nerds, who had a wonderful game to open things up on Nuke earlier today against Tai Lu. Continues here with a clutch in the pistol and 2 kills.
When we talk about the impact needed from Sunpius and Nerds today, missing out on Diha, who's such a pivotal player.
Yeah. This feels like this pistol round should have actually been a lot more comfortable for ENCE in like a bunch of different ways. Snappy gets 1 kill when they're actually progressing. If he gets that kill when he comes up from the stairs, this round gets easier. 3-on-1 against Device, who hits 2 stunning shots. So like that felt like it was firmly in control of ENCE that whole way, just up until it wasn't.
Well, the AUG's out early, sighting it long. And Nerds, what a ratty little angle.
So ratty.
Around the side of the tree. Little metal gap.
That makes me feel like I need to wash my hands.
You feel queasy after that?
If I got killed by that, I'd be so mad. I'd be like, I hate this guy with all my being.
Well, it has resulted in an ENCE opening kill.
So once again, Astralis is going to be forced to move around the map at a man disadvantaged situation.
Now, Astralis did start pretty slow.
Oh, this is a really strong bathroom setup as well that they're going to walk into. Sunpius out towards long. You have the double setup at the main alleyway. Oh, they push right into it. They push right into it. It was almost a disaster. Madden gets 1, and Sunpius, he's biding his time.
Nerds is swinging out this time. Device with the scope rifle on the other side of things takes him out of the round, and Nerds is gone. Now Sunpius, he has BlameF in the back of the pack. Not only is it BlameF alone, but he was the bomb carrier. Still stands with it as he takes down Sunpius.
It's happened again. I feel like the advantages are in the way of ENCE, and just the fight's going the way of Astralis, and now this is awkward. Snappy trying to recover the situation. Teammate on for a long flank, but it's MP9s, it's SMGs after all the rifles have been taken down.
Snappy can't get any closer. Flatten not finding anything inside of the toilets. Device going deeper down the bank stairway. Snappy, close quarter combat, will actually win that fight with the MP9. Upgrade there on the ground, but the time it is ticking, and there's no kit on the back of any of these players, but the kills are starting to come in. If they can find a kit somewhere, at least get on this defuse right away. There's a chance now. BlameF looking to try and clutch it, comes around, lit into it, denies that defuse, and we'll get Astralis the round back. So 1-1 tied up. BlameF was the late piece, and he's able to make it happen.
Good movement from BlameF as well, because, I mean, remember, like, they're obviously going to assume he's out towards long. That flank had come through bathrooms as well. It had just been clear just a few seconds prior to the moment. So BlameF with the reposition from long to bathrooms gets a nice, easy win, and Astralis respond immediately in round 2.
Well, this is the start we were hoping for. Back and forth already.
Yeah, I feel like that setup from ENCE was so strong. I think due to Astralis kind of being so quiet and moving so slowly, they were not patient in just holding the setup, right? Like, it kind of comes in right when they're moving, ready to go into the aggressive peak, and it gives away the game. Tough round. Krieg is the only rifle available for ENCE in the round.
It's in the hands of Snappy. Does not look good for ENCE here with the purchase. Gotta hope that they can make Snappy get something done with this Krieg. In the meantime, Astralis have taken long control. Stair getting closer, but Buzz had a tough time earlier today. Another tough round for him as he looks the wrong way. Vladin catches a good timing and gets away with that opening.
And that can allow the Krieg to shift, to move, which is everything. Both the rifles sticking around at this B bomb site, it's clear. Vladin's peeked all the way out Monster and sees absolutely nothing. One of them needs to hustle back to the A bomb site because Astralis is picking up the pace.
Smoke goes down at long, but might be disrespected. Stair getting tagged down through the smoke. Here's the play from Borup around the corner. Pius, he's going to be asking questions of his teammates. Why was he able to do that? Why was he able to just walk up in behind and take that kill out of the round? 40 seconds left. Astralis yet no closer to get that bomb down.
Again, just hitting the pause button, looking for a reaction, looking for a fast flank. They know there's pressure on ENCE because of the low buy, so Snappy gonna tuck into the corner with this Krieg and try to hold the line.
Yeah, with limited options, Astralis have to commit into the A site, and you have to say there's a chance here for ENCE. Snappy in the cubby, trying to get the pre-fire off. He does get taken out by Borup, but Nertz on the 5-7 is an absolute god with a weapon. He wants a bit more. His teammates coming in. He's just trying to delay and distract. And now Vladin on that flank gets caught by BlameF. What a shot. Device and BlameF today are winning some ridiculous rounds together.
Yeah, obviously the two you're going to want in those clutches. We saw the 2v4s on Ancient previously against Lin Vision. They have another strong clutch here into the A-bomb. So that's a hard-fought round to win for Astralis. An early break of ENCE's economy, so he'll have to sit a round out. A chance for Astralis to extend this lead up to 3-1.
Oh man, there were chances here. You think Snappy maybe get something, but then Nertz pulls this out of the hat.
Especially because there was no flashbang for Astralis to turn that corner. You know, normally you'll see one flashbang just to distract and blind that angle specifically, and obviously not available to Astralis, and they still win it out. A good jiggle peek from long gave away the position.
For Astralis, as you mentioned, this is their chance to just sort of get comfortable at the beginning of the map. They don't have to deal with the buy against them.
Sure, in this round, definitely, this is an opportunity to get comfortable. In this match and series, Astralis has struggled with performances lately. Have looked downright ugly at times. This is a series in which they can start to show that there's been some improvement, start to show they're on the right foot, and obviously book a spot in the semifinals, which would be absolutely lovely. Extra day of rest, extra day of preparation, extra day of jet lag acclimation.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's definitely something, and obviously all the extra cash as well from placing deeper in that tournament right away. And here's Starrett coming out of the bathrooms. The MAC-10 about to make some cash or get peppered from multiple different positions. And I think he realizes walking around that corner it might not be as easy as he would have liked. He's going to set up with the flash from Borup, and nice and clean here from Astralis, not getting anything going the other way, and just absolutely perfect. Everybody stays up.
BlameF just straight up ignored Snappy in that corner. He was just bull rushing behind dice boxes. Still mops him up at the end of the day. 3-1, nice and easy for Astralis. And ENCE is going to get back into the rifle play.
We've seen a couple of yawns earlier on today coming out of Madden. Obviously some time now since that opening game. I'm sure fatigue will be setting in even further. How long you stay up? Unless you had a little nap, Jason. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean that's like an outside factor to this game that's just interesting. Is ENCE playing the first game of the day, having what, like 2-ish hours off, and now having to kind of come back in and perform at a high level in this best of 3 while being jet lagged, while being tired.
Yeah, all of the negative things. Astralis probably didn't even have to.
I just went and got some bananas.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you just leave your gear plugged in, focus up for the next game. Just so happens to be ENCE. And this was the matchup that was most likely to happen today, even though we thought there was chances for upsets. This is the game that most people would have written down as the most likely outcome of day 1. But here comes the walk forward from Borup at the front of the pack. He's got himself towards the divider. He's the MAC 10 player, but perhaps the first peek may come from Device. Borup swing. That's going to be an easy kill from Nurse, but oh, switches to his knife, gets caught in the open, and now Sampaius under a little bit more pressure, under scrutiny perhaps as he looks towards long. It's a missed shot. Stair gets across.
Oh, but Astralis haven't pulled the trigger on this hit just yet. Slowing things down just to put out utility, and Sampaius peeks right into Device. Another kill for the Opera of Astralis, and now it's all on Madden. Blinded, but so is Buzz, who wins out the fight regardless. And for Snappy, it's a save.
Yeah, it has to be. And that's frustrating, you know. Nert's a little fumble to his knife in the earlier fight. Maybe he can get a multi-kill out of that, or maybe he can get away.
I think he was straight blinded anyway.
Yeah.
I don't even know if the knife switch would have mattered. Unless, I mean, maybe holding down the trigger, someone swings into it, but
that's the way out of it.
Yeah, that flashbang took him right out of action.
And then the Sampaius peek into the waiting Device.
It's hard, especially as an Opera in that situation, especially going up against Device, because that's the style that makes Device so dangerous at times. Is he's not like trying to make the play to open up the bomb site. He's just providing cover for his teammates to swing into the site. And if you're Sampaius, you know you have to get aggressive at some point if you want to stop them from taking it, and that plays right into Device's hands. Perfect positioning, and drills the shot. It's 4-1 for Astralis.
They're looking comfortable. They're looking like they're having a great time right now, especially Device. Why wouldn't you be? 4-1 up. Tactical timeout taken here from ENCE. So we've got a couple of rifles. Perhaps this can be just used as a scenario to figure out what is even possible with what you've got available.
Yeah, this is where, like, you know, and Astralis will have this in the back of their mind as well. This is where ENCE during this timeout can talk about if they want to bust out any cheese, any trick plays, boost up in the stairs towards the short tunnel, boost up somewhere at the B bomb site for one of those M4s, get aggressive out towards long perhaps, and see if you can catch some players off guard. Some options available to them. Getting those last minute ideas in. 4-1 timeout comes to a close. It's round 6. Not really a whole lot of investment. There's a decent amount of investment around the M4. Madden's picked up a little bit of armor.
Decent amount of utility as well here for ENCE.
Yeah, because you want to have enough utility to be able to, you know, delay some things here and there to make sure like that you have time to set those M4s up, give them time to be in the right position at the right moment. Nothing too sneaky out of ENCE whatsoever. Pistol's getting a little bit frisky. One of the M4s on Snappy is out towards long. Vladin has the other one over towards the B bomb site.
Here comes Stair. Nearly getting a shot, but didn't see Nertz. And yeah, it can be a little difficult to see over the flames in CS2, so perhaps didn't track him to the bathrooms in time. Now Madden, a little tickle from the fire. Borup hears that. He's looking for the nade to unleash, and Madden senses the timing to swing. So he upgrades that 5.7 into an AK-47, and now there's a play out long. It's Stair tapping away, gets a double. Sampaius and Snappy both gone on the long fight.
Yeah, so Madden has to take a bigger risk now. If that had panned out differently, he could have taken his time, but now he's got to push forward. The other M4 hits the deck as well. So it's all on Madden with the only rifle.
Hears it.
Device hears it.
What? Oh,
that was all.
Definitely took a while to get that, but 7 HP Madden is finally brought down by 1 bullet from Device.
It looked good.
Yeah, sure.
It looked like that should have been a first bullet kill.
Definitely should have.
It felt like it. Even my plums. Nertz is going to push up towards long, trying to recover the M4. That's all he has left, but you could see Blame F sticking around.
So we're looking at 5-1 start here from Astralis. Really can't be bad to that if you're Astralis at the moment.
A strong 5-1 start as well.
Yeah.
Losing the pistol, winning the second round, and then working it from there.
Really impressive stuff. Now, obviously, this round in particular, not a whole lot brought to the table for ENCE. We'll see that buyback in the next round, and then we'll continue perhaps to sing the praises of Astralis even further. But it's on to Snappy and Saw now to figure out what they can do about this, because this is not the CT start they would have been looking for.
Not at all. Nerds will be able to save this rifle, so a little bit of money that he won't have to spend in the next round, but nothing to be too excited about. Bomb goes off. BlameF has his boys playing really well. We mentioned Nerds having a great game in their opening match against Tyloo on Nuke. Well, it was BlameF and Stare who were absolute monsters for Astralis, and Stare has some nice taps in this round to take down Snappy and bust that long setup.
Yeah, we're yet to see the Stare that everybody was excited about. You know, he's been touted as one of the talents of Denmark to come into Astralis. Obviously, he was in Sprout for quite some time, never really went to the likes of Heroic or any other teams, really, in the region. So when he got the Astralis call-up, everybody was excited. I don't think he's kind of lived up to that yet. Big performances at this point for Astralis, but that Molotov, you don't love to see that if you're Buzz.
No, especially because with all 5 players there, it feels like they wanted to take advantage and do something quick towards the B bomb side. Not having that toxic barrel Molotov kind of prevents you from doing anything fast. It makes you a little bit more cautious about it. So a re-exec a little bit late, but Vladin's in position. I believe been spotted as well.
Well, Vladin under so much pressure just gets absolutely obliterated. Buzz with a double bust in the B bomb site. And I think that might be it. It's just nowhere near this.
Look, you missed that Molotov in that fashion, you better get a double kill to get your team into the bomb site, and he does it perfectly. Save call for ENCE. You can't go for this. You can't even really think about it.
So another dominant round from Astralis.
Yeah, Overpass for them is looking real clean, real strong, like a well-oiled machine so far.
Just avoiding the big hitters of Nerds and Sampius. Perhaps they've got an idea about this B bomb side at the moment. If it's a Snappy Vladin combo on that B site, stand-in in-game leader.
Yeah, this is the caliber of a game as well, where you're really going to feel the absence of someone like Diha. You're really going to feel that missing. Obviously, with the cohesion of a stand-in that's not quite going to be there, the understanding of how they like to react to different situations and the protocols you might have in place, but just also Diha's playmaking ability is just so dynamic. Can turn rounds on its head. Not available to you at the moment.
Yeah, in a lot of those high-pressure games, Diha can make some of the difference-making rounds. You know, going for big diffuses, going for some clutches, or going for the risky play that'll get you the necessary advantage.
And I'll tell you, this is the time of the game that's ultra frustrating for someone like Snappy, because he's been one of the more vocal in-game leaders about like the switch to MR12 and how much it hampers an ability to find solutions, to recover in situations, to recover from bad starts, which in my mind for Snappy has always been a hallmark of his leadership. Is he's typically been able to find solutions to most problems when we watch them play historically ENCE over the past few years. And obviously now you're sitting at a situation where Astralis already at 6.
Yeah, these big starts, these strong starts in CS2 have been so important. We've seen that through every competition we've seen so far in CS2. The teams that are getting these better starts, especially in matchups like this, generally coming away with the victories. Astralis had a 12-round streak earlier today to win their opening game. Pies dropping back from bathrooms early on. Snappy takes short control.
A lot of jump Molotovs missing in this game so far.
Perhaps the movement. People aren't so used to it just yet, shall we say. I was looking for the nice term, but I'll go with that.
Yeah, you were
one.
trying to be like really kind about it, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the inconsistency of like the height of the jump.
Yeah, there's been a lot of attention on that.
Yeah.
Since CS2's release. Out towards long, it's Stare. He's gained a lot of ground, a lot of positioning. And they're just going to leave him in this lurk roll.
Oh, Vladin close towards Monster. Tosses out the smoke. But it does look a little worrying for Stare. If he goes around this corner, waiting for him is Nerds.
He's gonna wait, I think, either for his teammates to come back or his teammates to do something else on the map. It's not his turn to make a play. He wants there to be some kind of a distraction elsewhere on the map to potentially make a defender move or take their eyes off this angle.
Pius now goes deep on the angle. This time, Device is the AWPer that is caught off guard. And Nertz gets blinded again. He has been absolutely wrecked by flashes in this half. They've just neutralized Nertz's impact multiple times in this A bomb site with a simple piece of utility. Now 20 seconds left. Astralis into the bomb site. More pushed up far towards the stairs. Nice shot from Madden. That might reopen a chance back into this round now for ENCE, thanks to that.
But look at Stair. He's made his way all the way towards Bank. They have no idea. Vladden's going to go down, and he's in a perfect position for the post plant. Oh, the spray connects. He's got another.
That's a great angle from Stair. And now coming back into it is Snappy. He's up against BlameF. We called it a game of the minds. This time, it's a brawl, and it's going to be the peak from BlameF that'll pull it off. Astralis continue the streak. 7 rounds now on the board. And all the clutches, all the 1v1s, all of those close moments are going the way of Astralis.
Yeah, and BlameF beat him in a clutch earlier by repositioning towards bathrooms when Snappy was looking long. Now Snappy's looking at bathrooms and BlameF is out towards long, so he's just schooled him twice.
BlameF is one of the most difficult players to play against in those kind of scenarios because you never know where he is, right? He's a little off from the pack. He's just really good at playing those 1v1 scenarios.
Yeah, and let's also be fair, in that situation, he has all the information in the world. He's just sitting back, letting his teammates play, playing for the bomb. That's his job, that's his role, and by the time it gets into a 1v1, he knows everything that's coming. He knows exactly where Snappy is, he knows he doesn't have time, and he has so many options on how to play it. So all the advantages in BlameF's favor, but give him credit, because obviously taking advantage of it as well.
He's won a lot of 1v1s today, across both games so far that we've seen him play. So, Astralis have 3 players outside of Monster for the time being. Leaving Stair to clear out Playground. Just have a look to make sure no one's getting a little too aggressive for his liking.
Man, ENCE is getting absolutely spanked right now. And it brings up the conversation next onto the desk where there's not a whole lot of faith at the moment in ENCE's Vertigo, which is going to be the next map in the series. Touched on Vladden not playing it very frequently. It's been, what, 6 months, I think Maniac said, since his last official on the map, playing it with a stand-in as well, so things could get dicey.
Well, it's about to get real dicey for Snappy as Buzz is already around the back. Snappy comes off the top. He actually gets a kill out of it. So far, so good for this ENCE defense. And maybe a bit more from Vladden. The stand-in does as much as he can. It's now a 2v2 set up by him, but it's Device and BlameF again.
Yeah, and I don't know if this pairing has lost a clutch of any caliber yet today.
Nope, 4v2s have gone their way. Clutches harder than this one. But it's Nertz and Pius. This is literally the duo from both teams you want in the clutch. Nertz fakes the drop, but he's buying time for Pius. Device has had enough of sitting back. He wants to take the fight to heaven instead. Lands the shot immediately, and now Pius, with that kill going against ENCE, he really can't think about this clutch. He can't get back in time, no kid on his back. And now, well, he's struggling. He's on an island all alone here. Will prevent Device from getting away alive. Pius will have to run himself to get away from that bomb blast. BlameF gets to safety. AK saved over. And Astralis, another clutch one. It's 8-1.
Astralis is just working this map tactically so beautifully. They're winning all the first timings, all the first contacts going in their favor. This is actually the best defense we've seen ENCE mount at either one of the bomb sites really throughout most of this game outside of the pistol.
It still wasn't enough.
And they still can't get it done. Snappy gets the opening kill. Vladden gets the next 5v3. And you lose everything after that. Vladden just desperately running out of ammunition, grabs one more, but they just cannot seal a round.
This has got to be such a frustrating game for the ENCE camp at the moment. Best case scenario is an 8-4 half, and we just haven't seen enough to even see that as a reality right now. As you pointed out, it's just been Astralis' tactical dominance across the map so far.
And still managing to put together some pretty solid buys, all things considered, despite this losing streak. Obviously, the help of a saved AWP.
Yeah, and that lost bonus will chip in, but even after, even if they lose this round, though, even with all that lost bonus, they won't have enough to get a really good buy in the next round unless they were to save some weapons here.
And despite the fact that you have this saved op, which is great, you love having that tool on the map, but Pius has not been able to find impact with it throughout this half. Every time he's had it, it's been maybe like one and done. One kill and then traded. Has not been able to put together a sequence that saves ENCE or puts another round on the board. And again, oh, that time peeks right into Device. A little slow on the trigger. This might be the round Pius is able to step up.
Well, second kill in from Sampaius. Now he's starting to deliver, but he's gone. He's ripped apart by Borup. Second check on Nertz.
Damn.
Wow. Nertz neutralized again.
Another 5-on-3. That's just slipped out of their control, and now it's a tied-up scenario. 3-on-3, bomb being planted. You have no kits on the ENCE side, and that's the last piece of utility.
Yeah, Buzz gets into the smoke. Bank, it'll start to fade away soon and reveal Madden on the other side. It's another kill for Astralis. Another feather to their cap. As this looks to be another round for them, but Snappy's MP9 kill might just open up a chance. A window of opportunity, but BlameF once again. Impact in the late round. He's looking to take out Snappy. There's no way he can get back into this round. BlameF denies that.
Yep.
And that's going to be 9 rounds for Astralis. The pain just keeps on coming.
Yeah, I mean, even the positioning of BlameF sets up a nasty crossfire with Buzz. The safety of Bank, such a hard position to clear out when a T is there. And you just have everyone being able to cover. No one can encroach upon it from behind because BlameF is watching it. Buzz can react however he wants, and that was a near impossible 2v2. Third and final timeout used from ENCE.
At this point, yeah, I feel like you have to, because you lose any rounds from this point onwards, and you really can't afford to lose a pistol round.
Man, this is playing out just like Ancient did with Astralis, right?
It's just straight,
I mean, a little bit earlier.
Yeah, it's better actually.
They rattled off 12 rounds straight to take down Lin Vision. They started down 1-4 and then 12 in a row to win 13-4. Now they lose the pistol, but once they've gotten going, there's no stopping Astralis at this point. Even with Sampaius getting the 2 opening kills, and Borup provides the 2 following frags for Astralis to get him back into the round.
Yeah, the clearance on Nertz was sick from Borup. Just keep going forward. Obviously gets the kill on Sampaius, but the hard check on Nertz was fantastic.
Well, with the utility as well. There was a little bit of smoke in his face, but a flashbang as well behind him that Nertz had to turn from that made that a really uncomfortable fight all of a sudden, so Borup just taking advantage of it.
Yeah, the utility has really made Nertz's life a nightmare on this map. He's inside of the connector this time around.
Making everyone's time a nightmare on this map. Vladen has had to deal with that at the B-bomb site a couple of times.
Short take from ENCE. Snappy looking to pair up with Nertz. That smoke goes down is perfect. It actually isolates Nertz into a 1v1 fight, but it would favor him to win the duel against Borup. He does that, but Buzz trades immediately. So again, Astralis may suffer the opening loss to the round, but they're able to get it back really quickly.
And they also have the information that there was aggression towards short, right? You had aggression off sandbags from the ENCE defense, so Astralis can use that to move around the map as well.
Astralis don't mind running this clock down a little bit, using the seconds available to them.
They're going to make this feel like an A-hit. A little bit of a utility from Device to help set up Stair, a little bit of presence from this AWP. As long as he doesn't get caught by Snappy, which he will.
Yeah.
Knife out, and there goes Stair. So this B-hit has to come in right now, but no one's in position to really stop it. Snappy's coming out towards sandbags.
Oh, Snappy's position is very, very strong right now. Buzz is going to go and check it. Snappy's taken down, and there's no way. Surely not another one of these rounds for Astralis today. They go into the site. The bomb starts to go down, and Buzz is covering off the planter. So BlameF is able to get away with some of his health. Definitely takes some off the top, but Vladen, look at this, taking a risk, climbing up on default, catches BlameF looking the wrong way. Now Buzz in a really difficult position. Some would say impossible, and that would come to reality. It is going to be Vladen jumping off the top, and ENCE putting an end to the streak of Astralis. Finally, they've collected a second round on the CT side.
That's one of the first times they've been able to establish like some real aggressive map control from the CT side, and it's helping them keep track of the movements of Astralis. And even aggression into the mid-round with Snappy maintaining that up the stairs to find Device was the big-time kill. If Stair goes down out towards long with that kind of a solo play, it's not the biggest deal in the world. It's Snappy finding Device that really gets things figured out for ENCE. 9-2. Third time out did wonders.
Oh yeah, it did.
Took 3.
Third time's a charm, that's what they say. Especially when it's a snappy timeout. Here we go. Chance for ENCE to take 3 at the half. It's not exactly a wonderful position to be in, but better than the alternative. Giving Astralis double figures, exiting the first half of play. Stair gets up towards party early on, smokes out front bathrooms. No aggressive stance this time from ENCE in this round.
Stair seems super comfortable in this role on this map, on this T side, of being like the kind of primary aggressor towards bathrooms in the A bomb site, oftentimes playing on his own, oftentimes taking map control on his own. Waiting for Astralis to come back to him late.
Device, flash in hand, pops that into the front of the bathroom, sets up Stair for the peek. He'll clear long bathrooms in one foul swoop, and he'll come back. But this time, this setup looks a little deadly. Pius has the AWP. The Sun is a deadly laser. Shot lands right through Borup. He'll get out of there. Nertz still undetected.
No noise at the B bomb site whatsoever. No presence from Astralis this whole round, and once again swings into Device.
Every repeat is being punished by Device. And oh, Nertz is overextended. Device gets a second. Nertz couldn't even realize he was spotted. And now it's Madden at the truck. This is looking good. Stair swing in towards Madden. He's quite a monster in these kind of positions, but only the one this time. And it looks like it will be 10 unless Snappy can say something about it. But as it has been throughout this entire first half, BlameF has Snappy's number. Vlad in the stand-in makes the rotation back up. But Astralis have surely locked in 10.
Man, I feel like ENCE have dropped the ball in so many man advantages situations when they get the opening kill. We've seen Pius, maybe the third time we've seen him just kind of swing into Device's angle, peek into Device's angle, who's holding him pinned down. This has been a rough half. Vladin's position given up, an impossible 1v3. Device just waiting, hiding. That's another headshot. Oh, I said impossible, and now Buzz, he's just taking his hands off. It's over. No time, even if he gets the kill. 10-2.
Yeah, 10-2 half. Really incredible stuff from Astralis, dominating ENCE right now.
A 9-round run after the pistol for Astralis.
It's been a very streaky day for them, hasn't it? But all kind of positive streaks throughout. Really solid stuff from Astralis today, and yeah, frustration here for ENCE. Sure, fatigue is certainly going to be part of that.
I was going to say, this is where I would bring up that point about fatigue of this ENCE looking this flat and maybe more mistakes than we're used to seeing, and that time off in between games potentially really hurting them.
And when you're ENCE, you know, we've seen them be a comeback team in the past, right? In big events, in big matches, we've seen them be able to come back from a scoreline no matter what. But you have to remember there's certain talking points around the team about the future, uncertainty, you're jet lagged. You know, there's so many things going into this that might affect that mental fortitude to dig deep enough to come back in a game like this. You know, it might just have to be.
Well, I mean, even the X factor too. I mean, even outside of the stand-in, the X factor is the player who might be leaving is the leader.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the in-game leader, which is like an extra layer onto that.
Yeah. Just
Nertz miscalculating this angle. Device, that's he loves that. Just give it a gift.
Oh, thank you. Both kills for free, actually.
I'll take that one. Snappy was just turning to clear hard right, and BlameF steps out for a better angle. And even some nice shots from Vladin can't save the day. 10-2.
Basically, you lose a pistol here, it feels like this map is done. I mean, that's the reality of the situation.
Nice thing is Astralis doesn't have anyone at this bomb site at all.
Oh,
big gamble.
The Astralis stack. There we go.
It's back in a pistol.
It's a big gamble.
Looks a little silly now.
Doesn't pay off, yeah. Hasn't paid off at all. But that's kind of the perfect call from ENCE. And now Pius has a chance to make sure that all of these Astralis players fall. He only manages one kill out of it.
Yeah, but he's got all the information. Everyone's coming to him.
Yeah, everybody's coming in from that side of the map. So turn your crosshairs, turn your attentions here, but it doesn't really matter if you can't hit the shot. Snappy's gone.
There's a smoke as well.
Vladin had some nice shots in the last round of the first half. This time, he gets a nice shot delivered by Device. Handmade. Now the defuse, the kit, the smoke. It's all perfect here for Astralis. Madden's not going to get there in time. That'll be the Astralis defuse. Thank you very much. That's the pistol. That's 11. And it might be the end of ENCE on Overpass.
Wow. Astralis can do no wrong. They didn't even play the bomb site.
I feel like BlameF is just having to celebrate, but that felt like half-assed celebration. It's like, we're just kind of here, they were just wrecking them. I suppose you have to celebrate every round win, but this is kind of wild. You know, all the advantages that ENCE have had, you brought up the amount of man advantage positions they had earlier in the first half. Now this pistol goes against them.
Man advantages have gone against them, post plants, clutches, everything's gone the way of Astralis. Everything.
So this boost, I like how it's minimizing the risk, right? The crouch on the side of it, making sure that you don't fully extend up and you can sort of isolate the connector fight and the tunnel fight. But the timing actually just worked against there.
Well, you know there's going to be a buy in this round if you're Astralis. Bomb plant and the scoreline. There's no way ENCE aren't investing here. You know you're against rifles. Oh, Borup's getting his kneecaps blown off.
He's going to get back in behind those barrels.
And because they expected the buy from ENCE, the investment, they bought rifles themselves, which means they're really light on utility. So there's free access to monster and sandbags. No smokes in those positions.
No, it's just a full contact play already up. Some Pisces in the middle of the bomb site, but doesn't make the most of it. In fact, Buzz gets a double kill. Buzz might look for a little bit more. It's another kill from Stow this time, and it's just a massacre inside of the site. ENCE are going nowhere. ENCE get nothing done. Astralis, absolutely no mercy on this first map.
Yeah, they're not slowing down whatsoever. 10 chances to close out Overpass. This was quick.
Yeah.
I think the break between games was longer than this.
I think we could have had about 3 maps so far in that break, I think. Wow, what an incredible showing this is from Astralis.
Yeah, especially when you consider too, like, you know, Buzz had some really tough game, or his really tough game on Ancient. He got like timinged a lot of times, didn't have a lot of impact. Here he's 18-6. He's come into this map ready to go.
Just a bad BO1, a little unlucky.
Little warm up against Lin Vision.
Didn't hit his bomb site a whole lot. Now he's loving life against ENCE. Ooh. Again, semi-final on the line. If you win this best of 3, Astralis about to be 1 map win away from collecting that semi-final spot. We called this basically a quarterfinal, or at least I did. Well, that's not all that competitive.
Yeah, not shaping up for the intensity, the competitive nature of it.
No, not at all.
But the sentiment I like.
Yeah.
Missed shot from the scout of Senpais. That's a jumping Blame F who got a little bit of information. Des talked up Astralis' specifically the A defense with Blame F and Device on this part of the map as one of the strongest in the pro scene, and we're not even really going to have to see it put to the test.
Yeah, I mean, that's perfect. You know, you have such a strong T side and Overpass that you don't even need to use one of your strongest weapons. I think you'll take that.
They're getting a lot of information now. Blame F is peeking up Highway or Banana for you European players. Device is going to start shifting over, so is Stair, so is Blame F. Everyone's evacuating A. They have the information this late in the round. 25 seconds, no presence on that side of the map. It's definitely B.
Yeah, well, Device has got the first pick of the round. A second in from Device, and Borup will assist. It is done. Astralis with some absolute dominance. This was a game that, well, we thought would live up to a playoff match, but so far, so good from Astralis. Dominance.